Yeah.
Let's go. We ride in Jesus' name. Bring Jesus in and shame. Declare Jesus to the ends of the earth.
Oh, ow, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. No, I'm kidding. It's day 24 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery, a bicycle trip up the Atlantic coast of America to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, I slept on this just so quiet beach last night. Tide came in up to this wet line, and the waves were kind of lapping, and it was louder in the tent. I was like, please no. Like, no, please, just not today. And it didn't. The water didn't come anywhere near me. I got all the way up here on the soft sand. It was dry. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, the devil was all over me this morning. You know, just take a zero. Just sleep. Just rest. And you know, I hurt. Like, one thing about sleeping is that, you know, when you wake up after a wreck, you find out what all hurts. My left wrist hurts. My right hip is just so sore. That's where I landed. Almost all of my weight was on my right hip. And it's kind of like blue and yellow. My outside of my arm, where I got it all scraped up, it's already started to heal and do better. I would like to get to a first aid kit. That's going to be the first thing on my list to buy. Second thing is a new helmet. I was talking with Dan Rayburn yesterday through Facebook, and we were just talking about the compression, you know, value of these helmets, that even if it's not cracked, if I was to hit that same part next time, it might not be as efficient. So unfortunately, that's an expenditure I'm going to have to make. That's my head's the most important thing of what I'm doing, you know. Like, if my brain's gone, then I can't think through any of these crazy video editing procedures. Anyway, I was also tempted to just lay here and not get up early, but today is April 18th. It's a Sunday, so that means I'm going to find a church to go to. Anytime that I'm in a town where I can find a church and everything else lines up, I try to do that. Don't know if I'll find one or not. I just kind of roll until I see something or the Spirit puts something on me to go there. So I'm going to follow the East Coast Greenway and look for a church and try to go have some corporate worship this morning out here on the road. But in order to do that, I've got to quit talking now. So here goes nothing. Love you guys. See you later. Alright, so this is the Spanish Moss Trail that goes up from Port Royal through Beaufort. And it's been gorgeous. I just pulled off and went to Dunkin' Donuts and had the new avocado toast, and it is incredible. Also had a bacon sandwich. Anyway, while I was sitting there, I kind of looked up the area that I'm in and where I need to be going today. I've already done about 10 miles. I did not start the Garmin until I got to the BP for all my fluids this morning. And I had already rode about 4 or 5. So, yeah, anyway, I looked up campgrounds and I found one called Lake Ayres. Nobody answered the phone there, but from where I was at the Dunkin', it's 40 miles. I'm feeling much better as I've been moving. My body is kind of recuperating. Plus, I had a 42-gram protein shake, core power shake from the BP to kind of get some of those amino acids and things rebuilding and doing the things they need to do. But I also looked up Bontrager helmets because I've got this Bontrager helmet, and this is the one I use. First of all, I like white. I want a highly visible helmet. White is the most highly visible color. And I also need one with the GoPro mount on the top. Whenever I'm filming my campsite footage and stuff, I use my helmet as a tripod. So I'll just hang the helmet somewhere and film. And it's simple. So I like that. On the Coast to Coast tour, I was actually doing most of my filming from that mount, and my head was bouncing all over the place in the videos because I was looking at everything. So, alright, if I wanted to have like real good, clear, steady footage, I had to keep my head real still. So I bought this mount for the bottom of this quad lock mount, and it holds the GoPro now, and that's what you're seeing the Spanish Moss Trail from. Funny thing about Spanish moss, it's not even a moss. I don't think it's Spanish. The Spanish kind of discovered it when they came over here. But it's more closely related to the pineapple, of all things. Anyway, back to the helmet. So I started looking up Trek stores in the area, and there's one in Charlottesville and then another one past that, and they don't open until Tuesday. Today's Sunday. I couldn't find a church that was going to be around the time that I was there without having to wait an hour or two. So they don't open until Tuesday, but it looks like I'll be coming through the second one on a Tuesday. And another cool thing that I found out is if you wreck within a year, they'll replace it for free. And I just so happen, I don't have the receipt with me, it's at the house, of course, but I've got the footage of me buying it on September 4th in Pueblo, Colorado, after the GoPro stick-on thing broke on my old helmet. So I've got like verifiable proof that I bought it within a year, and then I've got verifiable proof that I wrecked with it because the GoPro was rolling. I still can't believe that. I am so glad that, again, God was faithful to just have his angels move the vehicles from my section of the road. I mean, if you go back and watch that video again, when I picked my bike up, I'm almost to the fast lane. Like, when I fell and slid out into the center of the slow lane, like almost all the way to the fast lane. So I'm so thankful that it wasn't worse than what it was. Anyway, yeah, so it looks like from the website that if I go to the Bontrager store or contact Bontrager, that they will replace it in the store. I don't know if they'll have this model or how all that works, but I mean, that would save me $209. Which, I mean, I'd go by faith anyway. I'll buy it. It's something I feel like I have to do. But that's what I did last time. I called my wife in Pueblo. I didn't have $200 at the time, and I said, Christy, I need $225. I'm buying a helmet. And she was like, when do you plan on paying me back? I said, I have no idea. I really have no idea. And Matt Ramirez's church, the next morning when I woke up, had given me, I want to say it was a check for $225. It was either $225 or $250. Like, and so I immediately sent that money back to my wife through Venmo, and she was like, she called me, and she never calls me from work. You know, like, she's busy. I totally get it, but she never, ever calls me from work. And she called me immediately. I was like, you're calling me from work? She was like, where did this money come from? I was like, the Lord. He's got perfect timing. So it was pretty cool. Anyway, you can always go back and watch that. That was after Colorado. Well, at the end of Colorado, coming down into Pueblo. I think I titled that one like a new bike helmet or something. Anyway, I'm going to go down through this tunnel, flip it to some fast motion, and keep on pedaling. I got quite a few miles to go to get to a campsite today. I love you guys. I'll see you later. All right, so I've been riding through some of the most beautiful scenery, and there's an alligator right back there. Pretty big one too, so I am not going swimming. I actually stopped to check it and jump in, and I decided not a good idea. But yeah, anyway, so this section of highway where it left the Trusk Highway, 17, 21, and it's going back up to 17, may have been one of the most beautiful sections of road I've been on the Atlantic Coast Cycle Tour. It was almost as quiet and nature-filled and distant as the Olympic Discovery Trail was. Like, I'm going to have memories from this section because it's just, I can't explain it. There's a different feel out here. Like, it's just natural. I came through about a 8-mile section, just bend of trees. No traffic at all. Like, I don't think I've had a single car pass me the entire time I've been on this road, and I've probably been on it for 15 miles. anyway, I'm going to keep on pedaling. I still got quite a ways to go. Again, Google was wrong. Like, it said it was a certain, distance to the campground. Then when I checked it later, it was farther. So I don't know if I'm going backwards or if Google's doing something different, but I'm going to keep following the East Coast Greenway, and I'm going to try to get to this campground today. We'll see if I get there or not. I love you guys. I'll see you later. All right, so I just pulled off the road here at a boat ramp to check everything. There's no way I'm going to make the campground today. Like, it's still saying it's another 30-something miles away. Like, it feels like it's just getting farther away. I am going the right direction. I'm on the right path. I guess I'm just not supposed to stay there tonight. I do see a grocery store up here in about 8 miles. That would put me close to 40 for the day, and then just kind of find somewhere in the general area. In order to be in the Trek store at Tuesday at 10 o'clock, I would have to stay at the KOA that's in that area. I think I can do that. It's 65 miles, or Google says it's 65 miles to the KOA from where I'm at. So if I go another 10 or 15 today, that would put me at a 45 to 50 mile day if it's right. I may just take Google's route rather than the East Coast Greenway. I'm looking at it as closely as I can and seeing if Google's route matches with the Greenway, and in most cases it does, but somehow some miles are being added, so not sure what's going on there. Like, just I have no idea. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and make it to this grocery store, grab some food. This is a super busy highway. This Charleston highway is like a separated median interstate, 2 lanes, fast traffic. It does have rumble strips, and then like I'm on the other side in a pretty wide bike lane, but it's got a lot of debris, just a lot of debris, little rocks, pebbles. One of the worst pavement surface conditions I've ridden on across America. So anyway, I'm going to take it easy, make it on up here to the grocery store. Maybe they've got a Hunt's Brothers pizza or something, and then I will return to you guys shortly. Man, listen to that. It's so nice out here. This is a wilderness wandering for sure. Yeah, I was on the phone with my wife, like doing a video call, just trying to find somewhere to bail for the day. And I just had this overwhelming feeling coming through here. I guess this is a wildlife management area, but I turned right and came down this road and saw those 2 turkeys. They were way down, so like I had to zoom in. It's not going to be clear at all. But 2 big toms. And so I was like, well, is it hunting season, and it is. So then I looked up like from the satellite, and this is a wildlife management area. And so I went to their page, and their page said hunting only allowed on Sundays until noon, no other days of the week for adults. And then they've got like a later one during the rut, later on into May. And so I was like, well, at least I know I'm not going to get shot at. And I can officially, not put my tent in a game trail. I mean, I'm in the middle of the forest. There is, I came a mile down this road before I even turned into this section, and it was all the same. But it's gorgeous. Like, it is gorgeous. Knowing those turkeys are out, I'm probably going to sit here and read my Bible for a little bit and just watch and check everything out, because like, I've got a really good feeling. Like I feel encouraged, I guess, almost. Like I'm even forgetting about the pain from all the bike wreck. Anyway, since Bambi and Tom Turkey don't have to watch out for me, yeah, I'm gonna stay here for the night, and we'll see how it works out. I hope it'll be good. It's probably gonna get really dark in this forest tonight, though, that's for sure. I'm so far off in the middle of nowhere. Like, I rode through nowhere for 35 miles of the 40 today. Not quite that many, probably 25. But yeah, I looked down at my phone while I was talking to my wife, and she was like, well, how far have you gone today? And I looked, it said 40.07 or something. So I was like, there's my sign. And yeah, had a couple hot dogs at the last gas station. Should be good on food. Anyway, I don't want to keep this video too long. I'm really like stunned at how just quiet and pristine it is out here. Like, I can hear animals running around. The good ones, not the ones that attack you in the middle of the night in your tent. Anyway, if you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Papa link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. This is the REACCT tour. We had the Florida Chronicles through Florida, ended with Ends of the Earth a year ago in 2020. We got the Redeeming Eden Coast to Coast Cycle Tour, Seattle, Washington to Yorktown, Virginia. And we've got the Atlantic Coast. There's 2 more rides. Midwest next year, Southwest the year after that. I'm probably going to do a fall ride this year. Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Georgia. But that's if everything pans out. But yeah, share the videos. Like, go find one of your favorites from, you know, day 49 from the coast to coast is one of my favorites. Yellowstone National Park. Like, that was a fun day. But yeah, share them. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's the part I can't do out here, and I need your help helping out with and doing on your end. I just looked down and saw that John Whistler had shared earlier. Brian Dangelmeyer's been sharing consistently. Thank you guys so much. There's more, you know, but those are the notable ones that come to my mind right now. So thank y'all. Also, don't forget that Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I'll leave a link to them in the description. You can go there, you can see my bio on their website, find out more about Redeeming Eden, and find out about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund, or go back and watch day 1 of this tour to find out more about that. So yeah, here in a wildlife management area in South Carolina, halfway between Beaufort and Charlottesville. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.